The only reason why Austin and I are up here is because Megan got to pick her bridesmaids first, and Marissa was already off the board.
Allow us second-tier siblings to introduce ourselves. I'm Austin, aka Stin, or as my family loves to call me, A Slut.
And I'm Brandon, aka B, Bran, B Slut, or B Whore, interchangeable.
We Olivers come from a big family, as you know already. We have our sister Marissa, aka Wrist Dog, and that's with $2 signs, spelled D-A-W-G.
Our mom, Donna, aka Dawn, Donna Marie, Mama, Mama O, Mama Dukes, or our favorite crazy lady.
Yep. And our late dad, James, aka Jimmo, Big Jim, and of course, Jimmy. And last but not least, there's Jordan, aka Jor Bitch, Jor Whore, and our favorite,
J-O, 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 J-O. 4 days in Vegas of just that. The entire time.
That's great.
No, yeah, great. Please. Was it me? Mm-hmm. Oh, it is me. Sorry. We first want to thank our mom and Megan's parents, Lisa and Brian, for doing a lot of work putting this all together. Mom last night with the rehearsal dinner, today with the wedding. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're not worthy. Really appreciate it. I know it's been stressful 3 different times. I get it. So thank you. And also really want to thank everyone here who came out to celebrate the moment and being flexible, again, with the scheduling and whatnot. I know it's kind of crazy world out there, so thank you. We have people from Billerica, Bristol. There's those that went to the Shawsheen Tech and Roger Williams and everywhere in between. And Austin and I actually did kind of a calculation of the room. If you actually look to the person to your left and then the person to your right, you'll notice that all 3 of you were arrested at one point, right? It's pretty good. Guilty, right? It's crazy. It's so crazy. And if you haven't been arrested, should have been arrested, right? Like, think about it. Your life's been crazy. That's nuts. Look at you getting away with murder. Oh, man. Statistics. I love math.
But now let's take it back to the beginning. Our family all started when Donna and Jim got married in 1986. Then 4 years later, Brandon was born. Good job, Mom. Jordan happened. I was born to make up for Jordan, and then Marissa was the mistake. I'll admit it, I was the annoying little brother trying to include myself into everything that my brothers did. Brandon took it on as the great older brother that he is. Jordan had a little bit of a short fuse. These events would happen almost weekly, daily even. I would do something to annoy Jordan. He would beat me up. Brandon would beat him up. And then Marissa would be fake crying in the corner, even though nobody touched her.
Then Dad would come down and break it up. The next thing you'd hear from upstairs is our mom going, "Everybody get in your spot!" And you had to go to your assigned little timeout spot. So, that's a spot on. Mom, come on. I got lost. I thought it was you.
Wait.
So just to kind of map out in the house where we all had to be in timeout.
Yeah.
I got to be in the nice cozy hallway between the bathroom and our parents' bedroom. Austin was in the living room with his couches and warmth. Marissa was right in front of the TV. Tough life. I don't know how you do it, Riss. And then Jor got to sit on the nice tile floor in front of the front door. And it's like winter in New England, right? It's like, think of mid-January, frigid, cold day. Pick a day. Jordan's birthday, right? Where he's in trouble, he has to sit in front of the door and freeze to death. Yeah. He'd always be like, "Oh, throw me cards. I'm bored. I need to do something."
Oh, God. But Jordan was always the troublemaker. Growing up, going to the same schools, we often had the same teachers, unfortunately. With Brandon being a good student, it was great for Jordan at first, and then they really got to know him. Middle school was where Jordan did most of his dirty work. He would come home from school, and my dad would ask, "How many detentions did you get today?" He would look down and reply, 2. Or when mom would come home from parent-teacher conferences and wonder why the teacher was bawling her eyes out, talking about the torture you put her through. And me being the lucky guy I am, got to have the same exact group of teachers Jordan did a year later. Talk about an uphill climb. First day of school, the name Oliver would come up during attendance, and they would ask me, "Are you like Brandon or are you like Jordan?" Now that was a tough question. By the end of the year, they would wonder if we were even related. Thankfully, Jordan taught me exactly what not to do, especially when he got caught throwing a party at our house in high school. You remember?
You were there.
As some of you know, Donna works nights, so she came home at 2 a.m. to see the house trashed, all the lights were on, garage door was open, she thought we got robbed. Yeah. She called the police, and it was all downhill from there. Jordan did yard work for the next 3 months. Needless to say, Jordan taught me exactly what not to do, and at that point, I knew I wasn't going to be dumb enough to get caught.
But that's not really how Jordan was able to stand out. We're a big family, right? We all have our little things that make us unique, and you kind of have to do that in order to stand out when there's 4 of us. Like, for instance, you all know me. Still the same old G, but I've been low-key. Hated on by... I'm sorry, wait. That's not me.
No,
that's not me.
No.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Austin. Austin hated that joke, and I kept it in there.
I let him
love
keep
it. Austin hated it. But you do all know me. I'm Bran, so I've always been the charming, responsible, smart, humble one of the group.
Yeah. We get it. Mm-hmm.
Fair. Okay, and then there was always Jor, as mentioned, the troublemaker, but always could make you laugh, and you never had a bad time with him. Marissa's the girl. And Austin was our adopted Asian sibling.
Let's get this straight, okay? I just smiled really hard in all of my pictures, okay? And Donna, thankfully, has that thoroughly documented. And then we all grew up, and mentally, Brandon was twice his age, and it just multiplied year after year. Unfortunately, his height did not increase with age.
Shut up. Also, to be fair to Riss, she has forced our family to say I love you more. And that's very appreciative. She basically did it by holding your passenger hostage as you dropped her off at Dan's because she refused to close it until you said, quote, "Say it back," right?
Real MVP, Riss. For real. As we got older, we always had each other's backs. A good example of this was when I was at a Sweet 16, and Jor got a text from a friend saying I was drunk, allegedly. So Jor had to leave his friend's house to come pick me up. He also found out that the girl's parents had left a voicemail on our home phone at 15 Burnham. So we went straight from the Sweet 16 back to 15 Burnham. He snuck inside and deleted the voicemail.
This is eye-opening.
But he couldn't just delete the voicemail. He had to listen to the entire thing, saying how drunk I was, allegedly, and stumbling all over myself, and then he just had to listen to it. But thankfully, he never ended up using the ammo that he needed to use against me in the future. Sorry, Mom. No matter what, he was always there for me, and now he always has someone there for him.
Megan, I think we all know you always deserve someone great, and we feel like Joe is lucky to have met you before you met that guy. So that's great. I mean, wow. I mean, really, talk about marrying up. Jeez. Right? Oh, man. I actually think my favorite thing about Megan is her tenacity and willingness to never give up. And the perfect example of that is if you do know me, I'm a bit prickly. I get it. I know. I have a short fuse in some regard. And there was one day when Jordan and I were living together in South Boston. Megan had come over before Jordan got to work. I was out on the back porch, kind of just reading, enjoying a summer afternoon. And Megan comes out, sits down next to me, strikes up a conversation. I'm reading. Right? Get it? So I'm not interested. She keeps talking, right? And just doesn't stop.
Sounds like me.
It does sound like you. It is you. You're in the story. But finally, she did let her guard down and said that when she first met me, she felt kind of intimidated by me, and that at certain points in time, even knowing me now, she still does. And at that time, I remember I closed my book, and I looked at her, and I was like, oh, I'll let my guard down. And I said, dead-eyed, good. She didn't like that. But she knows that I'm actually a big softie at heart. And I cannot thank her enough for not giving up on trying to make a connection with me and our entire family. And I just gotta say, that perseverance, I know it's what I value in a lot of people, and I know it's why Jordan loves you even more. I'm very happy and proud to call you my sister, now officially, even though I have for a while. And I know I'm not the only one.
Megan, first of all, you look absolutely stunning tonight. Yeah, wow. I know it's been a long journey to have the night of your lives, but for quite a while now, I've considered you a sister, one that will actually split the bill. Truly, though, the quality I cherish about you the most is your honesty. You'll be the first one to tell me that I look stupid in those glasses and that your tattoo looks like shit and needs to get touched up. You know the thing that's permanently on my body? Yeah.
It's not a lie.
But I wouldn't want it any other way, really. Oh. You're always there to listen to me and give you your thoughtful opinions on anything, so I appreciate that. Along with your honesty, you are strong, genuine, caring, fun, and I've always been there when I've needed you most. When Jordan first told me that he was going to marry you and make you a part of this family, he brought my dad and I out on the deck, and with the biggest smile on his face, he said, I'm going to ask Megan to marry me. And my response was that I already had felt that you were a part of this family. Also, seeing Jordan that happy made me love you even more. If you make Jordan happy, I'm a happy brother. Jordan, I cherish the fact that our brotherhood has grown stronger and deeper year after year. That's because of stories like this one. I remember the one year I got to be on the same hockey team as you. It was around the same time where you had your Bieber haircut, right? And you would flip your hair every 30 seconds, like this, you know? And you wore that backwards flat brim hat, slightly crooked. And the final touch was that you wore your pants halfway down your ass. The weirdest part was that you had a belt on. Anyways, we had a game at the Chelmsford Forum when we were tied 2-2 in the third period. You went in on a breakaway as the clock ticked down. Somehow you had this internal clock not to shoot it, and you decided to deke out the goalie and put the puck in the back of the net as soon as the buzzer went off. I was the first one to jump off the bench and skate towards you to celebrate with you. You were a hero. You were my hero. You always have been, and you always will be. You are everything anyone would want in an older brother. Don't worry, Brand, you are too. But Jordan, we're here for you because you are incredibly humble, loving, charismatic, hardworking, and you light up every room that you walk into. I will never stop striving to be more like you every day. I'm blessed to be one of your best men.
I don't know if I feel blessed. I'm undecided. For those of you who are not aware, my family has this wonderful pastime to make me as frustrated as possible. They love it when I get angry. It's hilarious to the entire family when I'm upset. Perfect example is I was a junior in college. I was studying for finals, doing job interviews and whatnot, and I get a call from Jordan right around the beginning of December, and he says, "Hey, Brandon, I have this assignment for English. I need you to write a 500-word essay for me." And I go, "What do you mean? I'm in the middle of finals or whatever. Like, no, go away." And he goes, "Well, it's actually a second part of the assignment. I had to do the first part where I wrote about someone I look up to, and it's about you." Yeah, so I'm an ass, I know. And so I was responsible for me to write something back. Now I'm not gonna read that or anything like that. That's for me and that's for Jordan. But a lot of what I wrote, I was reading it back the other day, is as true today as when I wrote it back then, which is years ago now. Jordan has this uncanny ability to make anyone feel good and laugh, even when he was the one who put you in a bad mood. It's astounding sometimes. Even sometimes in the same breath. It's pretty impressive. To surmise a lot of that, you make everyone better for just having known you. And just a fraction of those people are in this room tonight, and I think they would all agree with me. I just want to thank you.
Yep.
We talked about this.
Yep.
This is gonna be the worst part. I just want to thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself and for setting a daily standard that I will never breach because you exceed all expectations. Ooh, that was rough. We couldn't be happier for the two of you.
And you know that Dad felt the very same way.
He fought really hard to try to be here tonight. But he's here. You guys know that.
And Megan, we're so glad that you got to know him.
Oh, man.
So, we love you guys. So now it's your turn to say it back.
Say it back.
So now if everyone could raise their glass in celebration. Congratulations to Megan and Jordan. Can we dance now?
You all done? We done with the crying? Whew. Ooh.